Hello guys, Anthony here, and I'm back with another Let's Have a Flashback. The first one did really well. I want to thank you guys for that, whoever actually watched it all the way through. The views and the likes and the comments were really positive, and it really, I put it out there to see if the response would be good, and it really was. So, as planned, I had a couple of these that I wanted to do on particular things. This one is another look back at the PlayStation era. A lot of these are the PlayStation era because it's a very important part of my life as far as gaming and in my life in general, because these are what made up my childhood memories. And this is another demo disc, and I tweeted this out so some people might know what I'm about to show, but you can follow me on Twitter, feel free, because I post updates and shit, and let you know what I'm doing. So yeah, this is, sorry for the aimless plug, this is Jampack, and you might be like, what's Jampack? It's PlayStation Underground demo disc, and you see the demo discs here, but don't they have the PlayStation Magazine demos, you know, like the actual 2-disc sets? Well, let me show you. I didn't come prepared, so I'm going to leave this in, because I'm just going to go grab one of the discs that I actually need. Let me check it, because I'm so prepared. Alright. This is what a PlayStation Underground demo disc looks like. This is Volume 3. Usually open it up, it's got like some pamphlets here. Got the PlayStation truck, Spyro, Crash Team. It tells you what's in the vault. The disc 1 would always be the behind the scenes. The disc 2 would always be the playable demos, the vaults, the games that were coming out, the games that you can get your hands on before it's even released, to check out, to buy. Back then, perfect advertising point. My dad subscribed. We got these issues. Now I don't have all of them, but the remaining ones I still have are good. I burned a bunch of other ones, so I have them as well, the ones I used to have. So pretty much what Jampack was it was kind of like a gathering of all the demo discs around this era, and they just crammed it, or quote-unquote jam-packed it into one disc. That's why it's called Jampack, hence the name. And they put some behind-the-scenes stuff. So this was released in '98. I think it must have been... I don't even know when in '98. Maybe, I know that Jersey Devil came out. When did that come out? This might have been around fallish '98. So it's a great time in gaming in PS1. And as you see, it's got an advertisement there. And here's the disc. You open it up. So pretty much like these would be sold in the store separately. You could buy for $4.99, or if you're in Canada, it's $8. Sorry, Richard. Anyway, I'm kidding. So pretty much what these would be is they just be like selling points. You know, people be like, oh, these are the latest demos for the games that are coming out, or they're already out. Some of them might have already been out. So, like, let's say I would buy this, like it, and I would be like, oh, let me subscribe to the real thing, get it every month. So this was kind of like a selling point. Some people would get this included in their PlayStation. I know that the Jampack Winter '98, the one I'm going to do following this one, I actually own that. This is the first. This is what I think. This is the second Jampack they did. I think they did one. This is the second one, I think, and the third one is Winter '98, which a lot of people remember because that was the one that came with a lot of PlayStations in '98. This one, I don't think it came in any PlayStations. I'm not sure, but you got import demos, all that. So yeah. So pretty much to sum it all up, Jampack is an amazing demo disc. I remember buying this in the store, and I was already subscribed to this, which is funny, but I just loved these demo discs, and some of these games run out, like Jersey Devil is a great game, Tekken 3 was also a great one. So yeah, we're going to show this in a second, but you know, yeah, so this is Jampack, and if you guys don't know what this is, I'm about to show you. And I'm going to cover a lot of demo discs because I think it's such a important time to cover it. So I hope you guys can sit back, relax, and enjoy this compilation disc, whatever you want to call it, of all the demo discs in this time. I want to say this was, because it says just Jampack on it. It doesn't say the season, but I want to say that this had to have been mid to late 98. Or the fall 98. And then winter 98 was like November, December was the next Jampack. So these were good selling points though. Back then, they even sold discs to sell the demo discs. Nowadays, there's no fucking demo at all. It's crazy that they had this to sell this. So you could subscribe and get all these demos and content. So this is like a greatest hits, so to speak, of the PlayStation Underground. But it was actually of recent games out. So enough rambling. I could talk about this all night. Let me show you what's on the disc, and we'll take a look at it. So relax and enjoy this nostalgia trip the second time around. Thank you. Alright, here we go. PlayStation 1 is turning on. My original PlayStation. Original copy. Original everything, because emulators aren't the same. I never use emulators. I use them for, I'm currently using one for Sega CD, but I usually don't use them for PlayStation 1. Like, it's stuff that I already have, I never try to emulate them. It just works better for me anyway. But here we go. This is Jampack. This is the intro. Look at those great CG graphics. This thing is kind of cool, though. He opens the mailbox and... Ready now. There you go. Video interviews. Hidden codes. It's pretty much just showing you everything that the Underground had back then. You can get, like, fucking items and shit from the store. See, and here's an advertisement.
Call 1-800
right now.
Sony. Get 4 issues, 8 CDs for only $29.95.
$29.95 a year. Like, that's really good. Like, that is awesome. So yeah, pretty much that little ad again proves my point that this is there just to advertise it and to be like, hey, subscribe to PlayStation Underground, which still exists, but now it's strictly online. It's very sad. The digital age has taken over. These are the cool robots that you would always see in the Undergrounds. It was kind of like their PlayStation Underground's icons, was the big ass robots, and they're always fucking cool. So we got some really cool stuff here. One of my favorite games on PS1 is Medieval. Medieval is a great adventure game, and this was around the time right before it came out, so they put it on Jampack. I can show you some of these real quick. This is the download station. Back then, you'd plug in your memory card, and they'd give you certain costumes, or all levels unlocked, or all tracks unlocked on a certain racing game. It was kind of like a really cool a way of like, all right, you get an advantage. So here you go. You got Speed Racer, Monster Rancher, whatever the hell that is. I have no idea what that is, but it gives you a description. Like this one's like, download the Speed Racer data and gain full access to the game's cars. Stuff like this. Now, you might be like, well, this isn't much, you know, there's 3 for one game, so there's only 2 games in total, one for another. Well, that's the thing. In Jampack, they didn't give you a lot. When you actually, and I'll showcase this in one of my other videos when I do a legit gaming magazine, front to back, both bonus disc and the demo disc. Yeah, these are, they give you so much more on the actual PlayStation magazine. But again, this was to sell it, so, you know, there you go. I know there's one for Gran Turismo and stuff like that. This is the code archive. I'll show you all the other goodies before we get to the vault, which is the games. These are codes for certain games, like Alien Trilogy. At the password screen, enter to get everything, and it just gives you codes. Alone in the Dark 2, Area 51, Area 51, and Casper and Crash Bandicoot 2, and a second warp room. Go to the barking bear and jump on the head at 10 extra. I always knew that when I was a kid. I always do that to the poor bear. So many games, so many codes. Mortal Kombat Trilogy. Enter to select configure control. NBA Jam Extreme. There's so many. Like, look at this. Tomb Raider 1 and 2. They give you like old shit, new shit. There's a bunch. They just jammed them all. Twisted Metal. No Resident Evil, because there's no cheats for that. But yeah, there you go. That's the code archive. Very cool for people that back then there wasn't all like codes on the internet that you can easily look at. You know, people barely had internet back then. Now, sorry, this is the imports. Now, this import is a very fucking weird game, and I always used to play it when I was a kid, and it always creeped me out just because of how weird it was. And it's called Shadow Tower or something like that. Now, I'm not going to do it because you have to restart the console after you play imported games, and I'm not trying to do that right now because, yeah. So we're going to look at these two right now, and then we're going to go into the vault. So let's look at the debriefing, and this is Medieval, this is Medieval. Meet the creators of a dark, quirky, new adventure. There, I had to wait for all those fucking things to go there. But yeah, so this is Medieval, so we're going to take a watch. Medieval Minds. I have both of these games, and it's a shame they never continue this. If they ever remade this, like, holy shit, I'd fucking buy it.
I'm producer of Medieval. I've also been involved in the design from the start, and quite a bit of the programming as well. The game is an action-adventure. It was inspired by the classic arcade game Ghouls and
I mean, like,
Ghosts.
look at those environments. Those are fucking
My name's
insane.
Jason Wilson, and I'm the lead artist and co-designer along with Chris Sorrell on Medieval.
Throughout the game, you're playing a skeletal knight called Sedan Fortescue. He has been risen from the dead by the sorcerer named Zarok, and throughout the game, you're pursuing the sorcerer.
It's really a very underrated PlayStation game, in my opinion. You don't hear a lot of people talk about it. So,
The look of the game
yeah.
is quite unique. You know, a lot of games are based around map editor constructed landscape, kind of fairly rigid, block-like look to it. This is something that we don't have in Medieval. We have curves and skewed geometry all over the place, and buildings at funny angles. The game also has quite a strong sort of RPG theme, the requirement for you to use particular weapons to learn particular strategies, achieving 20 different levels and tackling probably around 50 different characters along the way. And when he was alive, he was the champion of the king of the land and died valiantly in battle. He's quite a goofy looking character, I suppose. The aim with him was to give him a kind of goofy, quirky sort of a look, but at the same time for him to also appear to be the valiant and brave character that he actually is.
It's really fucking cool that they had shit like this back then. Nowadays, anybody could just look something up. It's there. You know, things have changed so much.
Or whatever. But we thought it was kind of like silly and different, and we both like the film Nightmare Before Christmas and other sort of silly sort of horror type stuff. So we set out to do a skeleton and lots of silly things a skeleton would fight.
He's got quite a lot of attack moves, and in these I think he looks quite powerful in that, but at the same time he's got huge floppy feet, which make him look a bit sort of clumsy as he runs around. But we're not trying to do a character that's Conan the Barbarian or something. He is a bit alternative. He's a sort of an accidental hero, really.
But I think it's more for people who are growing up and still think.
I remember this game just being very, very cool because it was like dark, but it was like it had a really like sense of humor to it. You know what I mean? And you could tell they had a lot of fun with this. See, coming this Halloween, and Halloween '98, and I remember I remember playing this demo disc and then getting the game for Easter that next year. I remember. So there you go, that's debriefing. This is behind the scenes for Tomb Raider. I think this was Tomb Raider 3 was out in '98, so it was a little behind the scene.
If you had fun playing Tomb Raider, you're not alone. 6 million copies of Tomb Raider 1 and 2 have been sold worldwide. We've come to the place that brought Lara Croft to life, core design in Derby, England. We're taking you inside to find out how it happened and what's next.
It was conceptualized 5 years ago now, and one of the guys said we want to do a game based on raiding some tombs and kind of going underground and into the world of the pharaohs, and that's something I was really keen to do. He said, yeah, let's do it. Let's draw some things up, do a style guide, let's see what the characters are going to look like.
Tomb Raider back then was a very different Tomb Raider than what we see now. I remember when I was at Comic-Con in Philly, I saw a lot of people not cosplay as this old Lara Croft, but the newer one.
Tomb Raider 1 and 2 became
It
worldwide hits,
definitely
and the
does
console
appeal to
version of
newer
Tomb
fan
Raider 2
base,
was
but I
exclusive to the
personally
PlayStation.
like this
So what's
older,
next?
darker Lara
There will
Croft
be a
than this
movie.
one with
They're
the big
doing
ass
live
and the
action.
big tits,
It's a big,
and
movie
you know,
studio.
it's
The
just
great thing is that
that's
we
all they
get,
became. It was just like,
total
yeah, like we're
say
just
and veto
putting
over
her in
the
there,
script
and there's no
and the
real
content and the
development. She just
storyline,
kind of
which
like
is
raids
fantastic.
tombs, and you know, they try to shoehorn something in, but I don't really think that it worked, and to be honest.
For Christmas '98. There has
I mean, don't get me
been
wrong, they're
some
great
heated
games. The first
discussion
two are
about
great, third one's
maybe a
okay.
sidekick for Lara.
Last Revelations just meh.
There is some
But like,
discussion, but I'd hate to blow it
it's like,
before
oh yeah, we could
finalised.
do
Yes,
this.
though, isn't it?
Like, look at that. Like, that is
What will be in
a
Tomb Raider
joke.
3? Core is giving PlayStation Underground subscribers a first look at some footage.
One of the main differences is we're going to give Lara a lot more.
Yeah, so if
moves.
you're a subscriber, you get to see some footage that other people obviously couldn't see. They could probably only see still images of shit in magazines.
Everything faster
So
and
this was
high
before
res.
3 was out. I think we do have a demo 3
This
on here. I'm
level
not
is
sure.
gonna be based around London,
I think that's next
where you
issue.
Start off on the rooftops, and then you have to venture down into the sewers and the disused.
But it's like, oh my god, look at this.
That are being closed off. Your ultimate aim of this adventure is to break into a corporate building and steal back an artifact.
Amazing
that you
graphics,
take
you know.
from, a
It's
museum.
funny.
Laura's been hired to go and find it. We're drawing quite a lot more than what Tomb Raider 2 could. So we can get big expanses of open area, build quite detailed
It all
background.
just looks like paper.
This is Darren. He's going to be doing the main animations for Lara on Tomb Raider 3. At the moment, he's
Video
working on
games have come a
various
long
new
way.
moves for Lara, like crawls. We've actually
That's for
trying to
sure.
give her a knife so she can actually stab things. She's going to use the knife to try and prize.
But I think
certain
that's why
secret
people got
items out
tired
of
of
the
Tomb
rock.
Raider, because it's the same fucking thing over and over again. There wasn't really anything new to the character, so they said, fuck it, let's reboot it.
Tomb Raider
Probably
3
the
is being
best thing
built
that
with
ever
some
happened
interesting custom tools. Here are two
to
of them.
that game series.
This is the animation editor. It allows us to do all the characters in the game. And here you can see
These
a
old-ass
wireframe
computers.
form. In the first game, she was made up of around about 350 polygons. And then in the second game, we upped her to about 540, just to add more detail and more curves. Actually select
Oh, the
draw
polygons.
small tiles, small textures, and then we pick them up and place them on all the polygons to build up Laura's look.
A second tool creates game levels. Here we're watching level designer Heather Gibson build a room with a series of mouse clicks.
And then if you look along this side of the editor, I've got a selection of
But there you go. That's Tomb Raider. I don't want to bore you guys to death. Let's check out the Vault, which is the main reason why people bought this disc, including myself. Here we go. Let us in the vault. Thank you. Alright, so Blasto is a very, very awesome game. I remember renting that from the video store back in the day. Gran Turismo was great. Tekken 3 we already showed you. Metal Gear is a video, but it's pretty long. Spyro's a video as well. Because these games weren't out yet, they're still coming out, and that's what. So this is before any of these games were out when Jampack came out. Let's show you Gran Turismo. I doubt. I fucking hate the way. There's like no. I don't think there's any analog in this one, and I like using that better to race. So I'm gonna suck. Sorry for any of you Gran Turismo experts out there, but I am going to suck. Gran Turismo is a great game. I love 6. It was for PS3. I played the fuck out of that last year when that came out. Because it's such a good game. Let's go on easy, because I'm a dick. What's available? Yeah, that's fine. Whatever. Alright. Bow, da, da, down. Gran Turismo 1 and 2 are big-ass games. They had all real cars in them. It felt legit. It felt heavy. When they make that one for PS4, whew, I'm getting that. I haven't tried Drive Club yet. I heard mixed things about it. I don't really know. Alright, let's see how good I can do. Doubt I'm gonna do good. Oh wait, I did not mean to do that. I ended the demo. Fuck! Because usually you click select to, like, switch cameras, but I guess it's a different button? I'm gonna start it up again. Sorry about that. I fucked up. Select is the magic button that used to take you out of demos here. Okay. We'll try that again. Let's try that again. All manufacturer names, brands are associated imaging and featured in this game. Yeah, there was no analog, as you could have seen from the controller that was shown before we even booted up the game. Alright, we'll try this again. That is my bad. I am sorry. Alright. I think it's like R1 or L1 or something. But I was sure in the other games you just click select and it would change the camera angle. I don't like the first person view. I just never liked that. Some people like it because it simulates driving, and I get that. But I don't know. Let's see if I can change it. There we go. I can actually make out what's in front of me because it's very old. But back then, these graphics are fucking great. Oh, I remember this nighttime level. Holy shit. I actually have a steering wheel for PS1. It's great. Whoa, handling on this car is... oof. Alright. I don't want to, like, completely spin out of control, but the handling on this isn't that bad. But... oh, no. And a fun fact about Gran Turismo is they could never show damage on the cars because they're legitimate cars. And they were not allowed to show any crashes back then. I don't know if they do now. I'm not sure if Gran Turismo... yeah, I don't think Gran Turismo 6 had many. As long as I don't come in 6th, because I'm better at the newer games than this one. Holy fuck, we were going fast. Whew. I remember playing this in my old house, like playing this fucking demo. I remember this. Oh my god, I am going fast. Holy shit. This is how I drive in real life, too. Just saying. No! Come on! If I can pull off a 3rd place, I will be happy. So I don't know the drift button on this. I'm not trying to figure it out mid-race and then I fuck it up. I'm just trying to turn on the D-pad, which is very hard to use for racing in my opinion. We are going, there we go, 4th. Not bad. That's really fun though. So that's Gran Turismo. There's me. There's 2 behind me. I probably could have gone faster, but I didn't want to spin out or anything, so... and they give you a cool replay. But yeah, that's Gran Turismo. And I remember playing that. And I didn't play Gran Turismo 2 until a couple years later, but I remember playing all the demos and shit, and it was always fun. I think you could play 2-player too if you actually have another controller plugged in. It's kind of cool. Jersey Devil is a good game. I want to see if I want to show you... I think I like the Spyro the Dragon video. The preview. Yeah, this is... oh, my childhood. I miss it. That's why I always revisit these games. They show you their ass and shit, it's funny. Insomniac. Yeah, so this is like... right, the Jampack, this disc came out right before the fall. And it took all the previews and got you ready for the games coming out. Test drive. Let's do some Duke Nukem. some Duke Nukem Time to Kill, which was a Tomb Raider ripoff because we were waiting for Duke Nukem Forever, which finally came out in 2011. And so they held us over with these 3D first person 3D shooters. And I personally beat this game back in the day. I actually liked it. I like Land of the Babes too. That was pretty good. But this one was just really silly. You can hear Lara from Tomb Raider having sex on the phone. I'll probably show that in here. I think they have it in the demo. They might have taken it out. But you get to go in a strip club called Bootylicious. It just throws you straight into the fucking game. It's so fucking funny. So let's see what we can do here. This is the choppy load time.
Looks like it's time to kill.
There you go, Bootylicious. There's going to be a pig that walks out, if I remember. Yep. Die. Yeah, this is like their call to Tomb Raider. This demo is really quick, though. Are you kidding me? Like, die. Fucking die. Jesus. Alright, let's see if we can pull it off.
Lock and load.
Where is it?
Oh, yeah.
Here it is.
Ooh. Laura, is that you?
It's so fucked up, but I love it because they're such assholes. 3D Realms are just dickheads. Like, I don't know where I'm getting shot from. Something about the game is the aiming is so fucking clunky. That's what I always hated about it. I loved it, but I hated it. You can do like fucking backflips and shit, and like side flips, left flip. Like, what the fuck? Like, come on. Duke Nukem's badass, though. Don't get me wrong. You do this like weird sidestepping thing. But let's go into the strip club. Now, I'm not going to shoot the strippers because they turn into pigs if you shoot them, because they are pigs. That's the whole idea, is that they're cloning to try to trick Duke into, like, you know, fucking them or whatever. So that's kind of like the whole... I mean, even that does not look attractive at all. At all, so if we go back here, click the button. We're just going to speed run through this because I don't want to... It's not even very long. You just go into the subway and, like, that's it.
Looky here.
Combat shotgun? How do we switch? I don't want to click select. So, I don't know.
Ooh, skanky outfit.
Skanky outfit. Get it? Oh, come on. Lara's outfit. They're just dickheads. Like, God, I hate them so much. In a loving way. Yeah, that's a strip club. And we'll go out here and there's a whole area to my left, but I'm not doing that. This pig gives us the key card, I think. I love how, like, it says lard because get it, because cops are pigs. It's so fucking funny. This was the first Duke Nukem game that I had played, though. Duke Nukem 3D is definitely my favorite, which is called Duke Nukem Meltdown on PS1. Just gotta turn on the power. These fucking lizard guys. And it auto locks too. Holy shit, I did not see him. It auto locks, as you see. I just do that. I try to do that, but it just never works. All right. This one is cool because, like, you teleport to different times. It's weird. This one was a really weird game. But the shit that Duke Nukem says never gets old. Because it's fucking Duke Nukem.
Time to get things moving.
Alright, so we got the power on, and now we just gotta go and fucking kill this pig in here. What? Oh, okay. That makes sense. I shot him through the wall. This is another cool thing that I wanted to show you. Is, like, if you do the coke, your health goes up.
Give me a Jack and Coke any day.
Give me a Jack and Coke any day.
Give me a Jack
But then,
and Coke any day.
if you do the candy, that gives you. But then if you do the cigarettes,
I prefer
your
a
health
good
goes down.
cigar and a bad woman.
So, there you go.
Give me a Jack and Coke any day.
That's pretty funny. I don't know if Laura comes on again.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she does.
Ooh, Laura, is that you?
It's so funny. I just imagine, like, when I was a kid, I always used to hear that, and I was just like, oh, that's interesting. But other kids that, like, you know, their parents are flipping out and shit, like, they're, oh my god. But hey, there's a rating on there, so listen to the rating. My parents were never like that at all. See, it's just easier to do this. It's so clunky. I don't like how they did that. Even though I beat the game like this, but oh my god. And this is the end of the demo. You just hop up here, and Duke just gets shot a bunch of times, but it doesn't matter. And that's the demo. He scratches his ass and it ends. I used to play it split screen on this though, 2-player split screen. That shit used to be so much fun. Because you could play as like all the different kind of Duke Nukem's and shit. It was great. That shit was funny. Alright. Alright, so we don't have much left. You know what? We'll do Jersey Devil, because Jersey Devil is a great underrated game as well. I picked it up at a flea market, like an Amish market, a couple years ago, and I was looking around, and I found it like really cheap, and I was like, you know what? Let me pick this up, because I used to love this game, and I was a kid, and this sold me on a game, and this again is a Halloween game, you know. So, holy shit! So we're gonna wait for this thing to slowly load. All right, so the Jersey Devil just didn't load up for some reason. I think it works on my miniature PS1 for some reason. The disc runs a little bit better, but this has, for some reason, aged. Obviously, not for some reason, but for some reason the scratches on this aren't very bad. Because I took it out and looked at it, but I don't know why it's not booting up. So we might as well just show you. You know what? Let's do Tekken again, because I want to win this time. I want to try to win. Let's make up for it. And this is before the game was even out, I think. I'm not sure, but I hope it works. Yeah, there we go. Once again. Alright, here we go. Arcade mode. Let's try to be Eddie this time. Versus Paul. Alright. They switched up the roster. This is what got me into Tekken too, this disc. You're not ready for Eddie's kicks, man. Oh shit, he did a power move. Fuck. Oh no. Shit, he just... Fuck! Alright, no. Come on, bitch. Whew. Alright, we're tied. Yeah. Got him. Damn right I win. We did it. And you can't exit out of Tekken. But that's all I really wanted to show. I was going to show you Jersey Devil, but... You know, it did not work. So... Alright, so with that being said, that wraps up another edition of Let's Have a Flashback. I hope you guys really enjoyed this other nostalgia trip. It was great. I know I didn't get around to showing you as many demos because there was some behind the scenes stuff, but there's usually more on the PlayStation discs anyway, but that's the whole point. My next one's going to be Jampack Winter 98, which has a lot on it that I actually want to play. Had a lot more playable shit on it. This one, I'm sorry about it not working. God damn it. Of course, Jersey Devil doesn't work. I really want to show you guys that game. Maybe one day I'll look at the actual game itself, because that's a great game. But yeah, thank you. I really appreciate it. Leave your feedback. Let me know what you guys think. I hope this one does just as good, because that really, makes me want to make a third one. So until then, I'll see you guys. Happy Thanksgiving. This is the day before Thanksgiving, so I'm off, and I'm actually finally able to make a video. So have a good Thanksgiving. Have a good holiday. And be safe, and yeah, I'll catch you guys next time. See ya.